order to continue growing your TikTok, but you have an upper hand because a lot of the people that are scared are not on TikTok anymore, or at least posting on there. So you need to do it. Is TikTok even worth it now that it's getting banned? The short answer is yes, it definitely still is. But before I get into how you're gonna grow on TikTok, let me explain the ban a little bit. I'm not gonna get nerdy. All you really need to know is that it doesn't have to get banned. It may or may not. It's definitely uncertain, but really what they're forcing is the sale of the TikTok company. It's giving them 12 months from that time that they were talking about the ban to sell the company. So we definitely still have about 9 to 10 months. Now, yes, this ban can definitely, I wouldn't say destroy, but impact the creator economy, because a lot of us have been able to make 4, 5, 6, 7 figures on that platform. But listen, you have an upper hand because a lot of the people that are scared are not on TikTok anymore, or at least posting on there. So you need to do it. I'm gonna tell you 3 things that you need to do in order for you to continue growing your TikTok, but also branching out. So let's get into it. First things first, you have to go on other platforms. So I think that you should double down on YouTube. That's just my personal opinion, but YouTube absolutely loves that short form content. If you're already doing a 3, 4, 5-minute video on TikTok, why not just record it and upload it to YouTube? Now, we all know that TikTok is tall ways. Why don't you record? This is just an idea. If you have an old phone, get your newer phone, turn it this way. That way you can multi-post on YouTube. That would look something like, okay, my phone is right here and my YouTube video is right here. And I'm literally talking to both. It can still feel like it's for TikTok, but it could be the quality of YouTube. Another thing is you can just focus on short form content. Less than a minute, post it on TikTok, and then multi-purpose to Instagram, all of the other platforms. I've talked about this before, so I'll definitely link it below, but Cody Sanchez was talking a lot about tailoring each content piece to each platform.
And so what we realized is we have an idea, and that idea has to be served differently on every single platform. And then a lot of people talk about repurposing. That's like sort of old news. Gary Vaynerchuk, made that very normalized. But here's what I think they left out. I think each platform has a personality, and you need to understand who you're serving on each platform. And so maybe you guys have already talked about this, but like TikTok is like, your 17-year-old kind of shithead nephew. Would my 17-year-old kind of shithead cousin like what I'm about to create? Am I speaking specifically to him? Instagram, which I always kind of think of like young, like 30-year-old mom with a couple kids, likes pumpkin spice latte, matching outfits, suede boots.
So I know that can feel like a lot of work, but I wouldn't just upload my 3-minute rant from TikTok up to YouTube. I would be strategic. So if I'm going to talk about something specific, then I would put my phone up, talk straight into the YouTube camera, and then be able to have my phone like right here. So it can look like I have eye contact there. Now, one thing I've learned, especially on TikTok, is that you have to go for engagement. Be controversial. You'll get love, but you'll also get that hate, and that's completely fine. The point is to make these videos move the needle in your funnel. Now, the cool thing about TikTok, which I fell in love with, is that you don't have to be fancy. For the most part, every single video on my TikTok, no brows, no lashes, no makeup. I love that, but your audience usually loves that too. That authenticity is everything. So keep the authenticity. People want to feel like they're FaceTiming you. They want to feel like we're literally having a chat and just hanging on the couch. So that was number 1, making sure that you use alternate platforms and start funneling people into a second platform. Number 2, treat TikTok with respect. And what do I mean by that? Well, you don't want to make your TikTok followers feel like you're just trying to channel them. Although you are trying to do, move them elsewhere, not everyone wants to get off TikTok. When you're there, you're literally trying to binge. If I'm trying to move people into YouTube, watch this video, I would still sprinkle in like an Opus clip, and then in the middle, do my face to camera talks. I'm still adjusting my content to the platform, but I'm able to promote any other content that I'm trying to do over on Instagram or over on TikTok. I also like to DM people on their Instagram if they ask me a question. I personally go into their profile. If they have an Instagram, then I click on that. It's just easier for me to DM on Instagram anyway. That's another way that I can not feel so spammy when it comes to trying to channel them into another platform. Number 3, you knew it was coming. Email marketing. We've already talked about this, that you can't rely on social media, not only because of this ban, but what if they hack you? What if they decide to shut you down? What if the community guidelines just completely strike your account? There are so many creators right now blowing up on TikTok and even Instagram with zero email marketing strategy. So 2 ways that you can do it. You can do a freebie, those are pretty amazing. Making something simple but very valuable. It could be a checklist, a free class. It could be something that you give away for free that's super juicy, but you're not quite ready to sell. Or you can simply send a link for a newsletter. Now keep in mind, not everyone wants another newsletter. Not everyone wants another spammy email dropped into their email. But you can definitely do like a private video. You can do unlisted YouTube videos. It could be a Google Drive and just kind of like a series that you send to people. There's so many options for you to build your email list. It doesn't have to be just a free download. Now, how do you do that? Well, I personally use ConvertKit for my email, but there's so many. There's like Flowdesk and Aweber and all of these email marketing systems, but you're gonna do a landing page. Recently, I created a new one, and this landing page pretty much tells them, listen, this is what I have. This is the value of it. This is my story around it. Here are the testimonials. Purchase now or download now. Every single time, that's what I love about ConvertKit, that they give you a few templates that you can just put in there, put your colors, one color of the button. It automatically delivers it to your follower, to your subscriber. When you go in and focus on, okay, this is exactly what I need to do versus I'm just gonna do TikToks to get famous, or I don't even wanna do TikTok because it's gonna get banned. We don't know that. What if you blow up because you focused and because you decided to really go in on TikTok? What if you're able to blow up in one video and now they're going into your email list because you tell them to download the thing and they start binging your stuff? You literally never know. But if you don't know what digital product to create when it comes to your email list, make sure that you watch this next video. Bye.